Good morning, everyone. Today is Wednesday, January the 2nd, and this is SPY Outlook. Now, on Monday, we had a great big spike in the afternoon due to hopes that we would avert the fiscal cliff, and we had some very gigantic aftermarket moves, actually pre-market, and now we are sitting all the way up at 144.70. Interestingly, if we take a look, notice the last video I did, we were sitting right around here. We were talking about, you know what, probably time for it to start heading back up into that monthly VWAP. Didn't really think it would do it in one candlestick, but there you have it. And now we have pressed ourselves all the way up into, wow, this area right here, 144.70. Now, as you can see, I believe, well, let's do it on a 4-hour because I think you can see the division of where we're at a little bit better. 144.70 puts us up over this congestion event, and that's pretty significant. The question is, how far will we ride before we start pulling back? Now, this is very, very important. There are a lot of us that are younger in this business that see a break like this, and we have a tendency to chase it because we watch it going up and up and up. Nothing's wrong with that, just so long as we're doing it on a very small time frame. If we're looking at it on a very small time frame and chasing it up, no problem. If we're looking at it on a longer time frame, say 15 minutes or longer in this sort of formation, you have to be particularly careful about the snapback event, and that's what this is. Notice we filled the gap. Now sitting up above it, we're at the top of the gap, extending into the next space. Now, where will that be? Probably here. Could be probably here, maybe here. Okay, so we could have as much as another $1 left in this particular run today. And again, because this thing still has to pass one more group of legislators, there is a chance that we have ourselves a little bit of a drag. Now, this is an emotional candlestick. Emotional candlesticks will retrace, and those retracement events are going to be important for us to notice, whether we come back into a higher low or whatever. Here are the levels to watch today. The base of the gap. So the base of the gap from this candlestick is, that low is 144.31. And then there's this wick here that may give us some movement. That's 143.99, and then this part of the gap, which would give us 143.10. Those numbers, I think, are particularly important for us to watch as we retrace our specific motion. And we should retrace that emotion, this emotional move, we should trace that back to at least 38.2. Now, we can't really tell where the top is, but here's what you need to do. Whenever this thing starts peaking, what you should do is you want to get your fib tool out. And measure wherever it is that it starts pulling back. And if it's here, we measure that. If it's here, we measure that. Whatever it is, the first thing you need to look at is the 38.2 retracement. That's going to be the number one thing for you to consider, whatever that is. And that ought to help you with first targets on a pullback. If this is an aggressive move to the upside, it will continue. My suggestion today is to move to a very small time frame and watch carefully as this bounce moves into continuation. Listen, although it's after the fact, I did say this in our trading room, when we are at the space where we know something significant is going to happen. Either something's going to fall through the floorboards or accelerate through the ceiling. The best thing to do is to take yourself out of the money strangle, right? And certainly if you've done that coming into the day today, things look pretty good. However, if you haven't, then you know what? You wait until the open and you watch what's going on. Write it up. Use very, very small time frames, 3 to 5 minute time frames as it moves up, and then cycle it back. Trade level to level. Trade to the next level of resistance and the next level of resistance. If it begins to fall backward and you want to take the counter trend, take it into the first level of support and then the second level of support. All right, that's it. Good luck. Should be a very interesting day today.